It's gonna go. It's Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhythm go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
Hey, yo, y'all know what time it is, man. It is time for Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. And as you can see, we got one of our hosts. She's coming a lot right now. Your young lady, Jae, is in the building.
Hey.
But the main person we are here to introduce, hey, man, when I tell you we've had some folks here, but when I want to tell you that somebody that is a living legend right at this moment.
Who's coming?
I'm not talking about somebody that's going to be a legend. We talking about a living legend right now. We're going to get right on to it because y'all see who's in the building. Mr. Michael Collier himself. How you doing, brother?
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, bro.
Oh, man.
Outstanding.
Wow. Hey, man.
You realize I purchased that? Woo, woo, woo.
Did you?
I legally own that. Somebody write that or print that, they got to pay me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't going to tell you what I said when I got my first commission check
Okay.
in the job that I was in. I ain't going to tell you what I screamed out in the office because I mess around. I might owe you some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know.
Woo, woo, woo. We said on my morning show, the Michael Collier morning show, that's like I call sad.
Really?
It's woo, woo. Yeah, we've only done 1,062 shows, so I understand if you ever had an opportunity to catch one. But yeah, that's what we say. Just a mere 1,000.
That's it. You know, probably that 1,065. I'm check that out. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
good, good.
I caught it on the back end. I
You
just
was
never
waiting for it
caught
to come around the corner.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay,
catch the
all right.
beginning when you used the woo thing.
Woo,
you know,
woo, woo. Oh, from the beginning we was doing that. Yeah.
Hey, but listen, hey man, we are blessed to have you. Sitting at our
Thank
table,
you.
man. For
I'm
real,
honored
for
to
real,
be here.
for real. All of us, everybody out there, fans of your work. It's a lot of work too. I looked into it. It's a lot of work,
I'm
man.
114 years old.
Yeah,
So
you been-
a lot of shit in that.
I didn't want to talk about that part, because I ain't gonna do that. I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to mess with you.
Come on.
And you come back at me. I'm not even going to do that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But listen, man, you are in the ATL. Let's
Excited
go
to be here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let people know before we get into some really good questions and everything about you. Let's talk about why you're here.
Well, I'm going to be doing comedy at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. 5 big shows, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. Y'all have 5 opportunities to miss me. And I'm going to be so good, I wish I was in the audience watching me. I got all kind of new stuff to talk about. I celebrate being a senior citizen. I just turned 69, but I don't feel a day over 68. And I love to talk about the gifts of it. And, the fact that we just still here.
Yeah.
Still here, and I'm smack dab in the middle of my dream, and I'm doing everything I've ever wanted to do all at once. I have specials coming out, books. I'm doing films, and I'm doing my wife. As today I've been married
Glad that's happening.
914 days to the most incredible woman I've ever met, besides my mama, and it's been life changing. My life has gotten better every single solitary day since I met her.
Oh, that is dope.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
That is dope. I'm gonna let somebody else talk. If I get in trouble because I ain't gonna follow it.
Well, I mean, it's dope.
Angelo, here come the shit. Angelo.
It's dope hearing that. But I know what's cool about it is because I remember before the marriage, you know what I mean, how excited you were, you know what I mean, when you first told me, man, I met the most beautiful woman in this. And I just remember the whole conversation.
You've known
and
me, you probably knew the first two before her, too.
we weren't even going to get into that part.
No, me and my wife both been married and divorced twice, so we
Right.
got the practice out the way.
Right.
This the real shit now.
It's real right
good
now.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good
And
stuff,
it's funny.
man.
I didn't even find her till I stopped looking. You know, and she's the love of my. I mean, I looked for her for an eternity, but she didn't show up till I stopped looking. You know, and I had a relationship. It was so bad. Well, the woman turned vegan, but it was so bad. No, she's a brutal vegan too. If I be eating
She's a
chicken,
brutal
she walk
vegan.
up behind me and say, "Oh, I see we're having caucus." You know, I'm like, "Yeah, well, y'all keep the barbecue sauce out around here for the caucus." But it was so brutal. I gave up relationships, man. For like, I was on the road for like 2 years saying I ain't gonna be in no relationship. I'll be fucking, but I'm not gonna be in no relationship unless the perfect person comes along. And then she walked into my life, man. It's crazy.
Beautiful
Crazy.
thing.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
yeah.
They didn't get me started. We better not even get on that topic. Let me tell you this. So when I was talking about her everywhere, when I was engaged to her, because I knew she was the one by the third week, because I called everybody who thought they was fucking with me and said, "Don't call me no more."
No more.
And when I was talking about,
Wait. Who thought they was fucking with
everybody who thought they was fucking with me. I said the phone I called your ass on don't even work no more. Don't call me no more. And I went on stage. Earthquake was doing some room called the Comedy Chateau. The Comedy Chateau in L.A. So I went in just to drop in as a friend and support, you know. And Stevie Wonder came in, don't worry. He didn't see me. And I'm sitting there watching the show, and of course, they eventually come over to ask me would I go up and do a little time. So all I talk about is my wife. And she wasn't my wife yet. I was engaged, so I was talking about her and how wonderful she is. Because she taught me when you're in a relationship, you have one or two things. You gotta have a teammate or a motherfucking opponent. So you better figure out which one you
Facts.
have as quickly as you can, so
Yes,
you know
sir.
which direction to go. So I was just on stage talking about it, and what's name was there too? What's that boy? Keith Washington. He always tried to outdress me, but the motherfucker never could. But he was there, and so when I got through doing my piece about my wife, right? I jumped off the stage, you know, went right home because, you know, I'm kind of popular these days. And in a room full of black people, I got to take like 35 pictures for free. And I ain't down with that shit. So, you know, I just got through doing my show. I just get off stage, I jump my car, go home, right? So by the time I got there, they had sent me a video where Keith and Stevie had gone up on stage. And Stevie was like, "Michael, where's Michael? I want to let him know I'm going to sing A Ribbon in the Sky at this wedding." He didn't. But he said he would. He said he would.
Oh, man.
And as it got closer and closer, we was like, "Hey, Stevie gonna come see me," but he didn't. But the day after, he called me to apologize to my wife because he couldn't come and sing at the wedding. Like,
Wow.
you can stick a fork in me. I was done. I don't need nothing else to happen to me in his life. He don't owe us no apology.
Right.
But he called to show his level. His integrity is ridiculous. And so he called and said, "But come and I'm gonna sing it to at the studio." So we went the next day to his studio. There's a new studio in Magnolia in Hollywood, and it's state of the art. He's got like 9 grand pianos. He's got drums. Every instrument you can imagine is there, right? And he sat there with this instrument. It just looked like a piece of wood with strings, and he was plucking this thing, trying to find it. He was like, "There's a ribbon. There's a ribbon. There's a ribbon." I mean, and we were sitting there like, we were blown away. It was like looking at the Obi-Wan Kenobi of music. It was like looking at Einstein in his laboratory, figuring it out. And then when he figured it out, he had her come stand at the piano and sang it to her. Then he let me jump in. I fucked it up, didn't know the words or nothing, you know. But it was just that type of stuff has been happening to us ever since I met her. Ever since I met her, nothing but magic all the time. You know, I took her to Paris, October. I took her to Paris to celebrate the 2nd anniversary so we could see Erykah Badu in concert. I didn't know it was 8,000 niggas in Paris, and they all showed up at Erykah Badu's spot, and she treated us with such love. And I was telling a story about Erykah the other day, that how she saved me when I had this bad cold, and she wasn't Erykah Badu yet. She was a waitress at Steve Harvey's comedy spot in Dallas, and I was the headliner, and I was sick as a dog, nose running and shit, but I don't get that money. So she would come every day and bring lemons and honey and tea and check on me. And it was just, I just thought it was the most beautiful thing. And a couple of years later, she became Erykah Badu. But she's just the most decent person. She's the realest person. She ain't gonna fuck over nobody. She just has a great heart and just the best sense of humor. You know, so I'm very, very blessed. First of all, you can still be alive at 69, because I smoked all the dope and I drank all the shit. Man, I should have been dead 2-3 times, in jail at least 4, because some of the shit, you know. And when I go to prisons to do comedy, I tell them the only difference between me and them, I didn't get caught. So it's just a blessing to know this goddess, this queen. Her name is Sonia, and she's fine as frog's hair. You ever see frog hair? You can't see it. It's too motherfucking fine. We didn't get into that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm too much talking. Go ahead.
It's too fine. You know, listening to you speak, you know, about, you know, Erykah Badu,
and your
Stevie
beard
Wonder.
starter kit is awesome. All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you know, I had to start it over again.
Yeah, you getting there.
Yeah, we had to start it over again. Yeah.
Right,
We don't do that all day. I've had a beard. I've had a beard. I take it off and let it. This don't grow.
Oh, that don't grow.
Yeah. That don't grow.
How come when we lose it there, it grows other places? Why so much hair growing in my damn nose? When I see these Negroes out here and the hair grow out their nose into their mustache, that's some nasty shit. You got to get one of those things that cut. Plus, being old, gray hair, if the light hits your hair in your nose, it looks like you got a booger.
Hey.
And if you got an actual booger, it looks like the hair is holding it up like a fucking pedestal. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We got these new cameras, I promise you. We had to start clipping our nose hairs because you can see it on.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. But getting back. Start a bit.
It's eyebrows too, though.
But
these ain't I ain't got no eyebrows. I paint this shit on every morning. I ain't got no eyebrows. I got 7 strings on the left and 9 on the right. I was doing it with a marker pen at first. My wife said, "Nigga, stop." That's blood poison.
She gonna kill you.
But I get up every morning. Oh my gosh! I be trying to find new ways to do it and shit. Somebody said you should do threading, right? So I went to that little Asian lady at the mall. Have you tried the threading thing? You know about the threading?
No, because it hurts.
That shit
I heard it hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It's like a little Asian lady pinching the fuck out you with the string. And then when she got through, she gonna say, "Now, you want some powder?" Like, bitch, yeah, I want some powder. I did crack for 23 years. What powder? You know, she's like, no, powder. You know, so it's like some, I guess it's eyebrow powder that you put. Have you heard of the powder? No. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got something for you, though.
Where I was going was, you know, here you talk about Stevie Wonder, Erykah Badu, and everything, and you were born in Chicago, correct?
South Side. Projects, Robert Teller Home, 4352 South State Apartment 909.
There you go. But let's talk about how you came from there and got into comedy and got to the point to where you got Stevie Wonder calling you to apologize about not being at your
He really a nice dude, though, too, because, you know, I just shot 2 specials in a row. But the second one is called All New Shit. Because as people out there who think that all I do is the same old shit, but I do a lot of old shit. Because people want to hear certain jokes, certain things they want to hear, so I mix and match. So we went and shot in Hollywood a 30-minute set with no jokes I've ever said, no routines, no fallbacks on anything. And I wasn't sure I could do it myself, you know, because I've been doing this shit 39 years. And I wasn't certain I could do 30 minutes without doing at least falling back on some shit that makes you feel comfortable and safe. And Stevie was going to try to come, and he called and said, "Well, you know, I'm kind of busy. I'll try to move the schedule around." I said, "But you should come, because a lot of comics going to come, because they don't think I can do it. And I don't know if I could do it." He said, "You know, and we know you can do it. But just go have fun." He said, "Now I'm going to need some money for that consultation." I mean, he's just, this dude is hilarious, man, you know? And so we just did the all new shit, but we did an hour on Venice Beach called The King of Venice Beach. So we took it back to where I started. But we're going to drop all new shit first, so people know I'm not just alive and well, but I'm thriving, I'm living, I'm doing my thing, I'm writing books and doing fucking, I'm just everything. It's really the fucking is good too. Right now, it's the best right now, you know, especially since I ain't doing it to no other people, just that one person. It makes it kind of different, you know what I'm saying? And so now we're going to drop that first and then say, this is where it came from, and go back to Venice Beach. But to answer your question, I had already moved out. We moved out the projects. We moved out the projects with the black production. So anything can happen.
It's called Classic for a reason.
Yeah, I walk through, come in and sell tacos. Didn't tell what the fuck might happen. So it was so funny because everybody at the same time looked over there. What the hell? Now I was, in high school. I saw the play the first year of high school. It's called Guys and Dolls, and it just blew my mind because I had never seen a play. I knew what theater was, but I had never seen an actual play. So in high school, they did Guys and Dolls. So all these kids were playing gangsters and mobsters, and it was musical. But what really blew my mind is a thing called the cast party. So the party at the end for the whole cast and for the wrap of the show. And, I lived in an area that was separated. Like, all the black people came from one side, all the white people came from the other side, and they met at that school. So when I got there in 71, it was 70% white and 30% black. And when I left in 75, it was 85% black, 10% white, and 5% other. So when I got there, I had never really hung out with white people. I'd seen them, I tried to do stuff to them, but I had never really known, I had a relationship with them. But when I got to the school, we got to know white people. And my main teacher was Mr. Cornea, because he taught me 4 years of Latin. And he was one of the nicest people I'd ever met in my life. He's an old white dude with white streaked hair, and he was just a very kind person. So it calmed me down about it. But then when we went to the party, it was white, black, everybody, and they were kind to each other. And they had the thing in common is they were in theater. And so they all dug each other. I was like, this is what the fuck I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to act, pretend to be other people, and then hang out with cool people. So after that, I got a lead in a play every year. So I thought I was going to be an actor, but I was always funny. And so people kept saying, man, you should do comedy. You should do comedy. And I finally tried it because in 84, I saw this dude, Eddie Murphy. That motherfucker was everything. In 84, he wasn't about 23 years old, but he had already done Trading Places, 48 Hours, and the first Beverly Hills Cops. He had the largest concert in comedy in history back then, was Raw, and the largest selling video, which was Raw, and could wear the fuck out of a red leather suit.
Yes, he did.
And he had all that shit telling jokes. And I was like, damn, I've been funny all my life, but I didn't know motherfuckers would pay
Change your mind
like
then,
that.
didn't
Yeah. Shit, I went and got some Red Fox album, and I went in my mama's basement where I was living anyway,
Right.
and I stood in that mirror and played those albums and learned them jokes until I could tell them just like he was telling them. And then I went to the local club. There was a bar called the Knotty Pad, and we loved it because it was a neighborhood bar. Because a neighborhood bar, you can get drunk as fuck because you didn't have to drive. You could stumble your ass home. So I went there and tried comedy one night. Some other guy was up there who was just terrible. He was doing Richard Pryor verbatim, just adding more motherfuckers. And I told the owner, I said, man, people leaving. Let me try comedy. He said, no, this guy played everywhere. He played Milwaukee. So I was like, okay, go ahead, but people were leaving. So I went to him again. I said, let me go up for 10 minutes. And if you love it, give me $15. If you hate it, you ain't give me shit. And if I bomb, it's still gonna be entertaining because people love to see a motherfucker bomb, right? You ain't give me shit. I went up there and just did 3 Red Fox jokes. Motherfucker was hollering. So the owner took me to breakfast. First he gave me $30, which was double what I asked. Then he took me to breakfast, and I never heard of 2 eggs looking at me. It's sunny side up. He said, give me 2 eggs looking at me and a biscuit. And I will always remember that meal and that he doubled up on the money. So I took that and used that all around the city. I would go to bars that had a slow night and say, let me just go up and do some comedy for like 10 minutes. If you love me, give me $30. If you don't, I'll get out your place. And I would make like $300 a week just going to little spots. Wow. To me, that was a lot because people was paying me just to be silly, which is what blows my mind to this day. When on stage, I say silly, giggly shit, and people just give me money. It's the craziest shit in the world. And so that's what really got me into it. And then there was 2 comics who called themselves Straight Up. There was comics, and they would do the difference between white and blacks doing different things. And they would do street performance. And I was like, nigga, I ain't no street puppet. I'm not doing this shit on the street. They said, well, come watch us. And it'd be downtown State Street. So at lunchtime, it's crowded. And those guys left with a brown paper bag full of money and change. And I went with them to McDonald's to watch them flatten that money and exchange it for bills. And I said, well, shit, I could try it, you know? And I went out the first day, and they did their comedy first, and then they let me go up. And I went up, and I made $5.85. And I said, I felt good about that. And then I came back the next day, and I made $1.85. And I said, this shit ain't working. And they said, but you got to keep on coming. And then the next day was Friday, and they didn't come because it rained. And I came anyway, and the rain had stopped at lunchtime. And I stood in front of Marshall Fields on State Street.
Wow.
And I did comedy for like 30 minutes, and I made $15. I was like, holy shit, I got to keep doing this. So the next day, I went and stood in front of the big mall there, which is on Michigan Avenue, the water tower place. And I said, if I make $40, I ain't doing shit else but this. At the time, I was a student at Chicago State University. I was waiting tables at the Black Hawk on Wabash, and I was raising my son as a single dad. I stood there and got a sack of money. I went upstairs to the California Pizza Kitchen. I sat there and counted that money. I had $84. I said, oh shit, all bets are off. So now I was doing that shit and I became like one of the best street performers that summer, and then winter came. Well, nobody trying to hit no fucking jokes on State Street in December, you know? So I said I packed everything up that would fit in my little car, and I sold everything else. And I drove to California so I could stand in the street and do comedy. I was actually headed for San Francisco, but I stopped at L.A., and that's when I met the wife you met first was Brooks. I met Brooks. She was a flight attendant when flight attendants used to look like flight attendants. Remember when they used to look like flight attendants? They used to look like high fashion models. Like they just walked. Now you got grandmama, Ryan. You know, I mean, you don't know who. Ryan, hi, would you like some tea? And, I mean, I'm not
no lies told.
This ain't judgment, but you don't know what the flight attendant's gonna be big old burly women. I mean, but she was just beautiful. She's beautiful, and I met her the day I was leaving. Cause I had done Venice Beach. I said I'm gonna do Venice Beach, and I did it because no, I didn't do Venice. I did a comedy club that is big now, the Laugh Factory, and it was really tiny. It wasn't big as this room. You know, they hadn't expanded and went upstairs or anything, and they would allow me to come up and do 5 minutes on Thursday. And the way I was eating was I went to a restaurant because I had some skills in waiting tables. I'm a table waiting motherfucker, and I went to a restaurant called the Black Hawk. No, not the Black Hawk. It was in L.A. It was called Sir Graham's. And I said, y'all need to give me a check. Just give me 3 tables. I don't make my motherfucking money on tips. When I get through talking to you and upselling and getting you back extra desserts and telling jokes and shit, I was making more money than anybody. And that's what my wife was there. She walked past. I was on a blind date. It was obviously blind because the bitch did not show up. And I'm standing there waiting for her to show up. And Brooks walked by, the flight attendant, and she was so fine. And she invited me to sit with her, and I said, look, I'm going to see Brewster's Millions.
Oh, wow.
That's when the premiere Brewster's Millions, I had tickets for the premiere, and then I was going to go do comedy at the Laugh Factory. And so she said, well, I can't make it to the movie. My daughter's turning 14. It's her birthday. But I'll meet you at the club. And so we got to the club, right? And she wasn't there. And they kept putting comics up. I kept saying, let me go later. Let me go. So I was finally the last comic, and I had to go. And as I walked towards the stage, I could feel her presence. I could feel that she had walked into the room. And I turned around and saw her. Ooh, I was a funny motherfucker that night. Wow, I was mad, nigga. I wish we had taken that shit. And we went and sat in the car in the rain all night and talked. And then the next day I left because I had been there a month and I couldn't find comedy anywhere. Improv didn't let me in. Comedy Store didn't let me in. I didn't even know about Venice Beach. All I knew about the Laugh Factory would let me do 5 minutes on Thursday for free. And I said, so I was going where I was continuing to go because I was on my way to seeing Fran because one of the students at Chicago State, she had a daughter there. And she said, well, she's artsy like you. And I didn't know she meant gay. And so I got there and her daughter was this wonderful round lesbian woman, and she had a round lesbian girlfriend, and it tickled me because she was so big when she would eat, she would sit the plate on her stomach like a table, and she would eat. But they had a garage behind the house that they had turned into an apartment. They put carpet in there. There was a fireplace. Wasn't no bathroom, but it was a closet with a bucket for water if I had to pee at night.
Wow.
And they had panel walls, and that's where she rented me. But if I had to do the big one, I had to come and knock on the door, and they let me in. And so I would stay there and then drive up, because she was in San Mateo. I would drive up to San Fran, and I would stand out there on Fisherman's Wharf, and I was doing good. But I only went because I thought it was warm all year round. Nigga, no.
Not San Francisco.
There was fucking
Hell nah.
seals coming out the water. And I passed out on the fucking boardwalk. Drove myself to the hospital. They said, you got stomach flu. And by then, I've been talking to the flight attendant. She was flying back and forth and seeing me. She said, you should come to L.A. They got this place called Venice Beach.
Wow.
And you'll do good then. I came to Venice, ended up doing 9 years. 5 1-hour shows every Saturday and Sunday. Without a break, man, I did like 6 figures a year just telling jokes and passing my hat. But what's more powerful is all the people who gave me work. Like Robert Townsend saw me out there, gave me my first job, Hollywood Shuffle. I ain't have but one line. It was no, it's a muffler. But that was my line, fuck y'all. And they gave me $1,004 and I was able to join Screen Actors Guild. And so people would come out and say, you should audition for that or come to this show because they would see me working that big ass crowd, So all of it integrated together.
That is
and that's
dope.
how I got started. I didn't mean to talk forever, but sorry.
No, that's what we're here
that's
for,
beautiful.
man. We want you to get it out. Wow, that's Go ahead. I know you got
I
something.
just wanted to ask. You were saying you grew up in the projects. What do you feel like that environment taught you that Hollywood or success never could
It
teach
taught
you?
me gangs of shit. First of all, it taught me how to hustle. I'm a hustler, motherfucker. I could sell anything to anybody. And it was because of living in the projects. In the projects, my first job was pushing the groceries for grandmamas and mamas back to the apartment from Star Food Center, which sat right on the corner of 43rd and State Street. And my apartments, our project was the first project, 4352 South State. So I would go over there. Back then, they had S&H Green Stamp. I know you ain't old enough for that. You remember S&H Green Stamp?
I do.
You remember S&H Green Stamp? You don't remember that, right? They had little booklets, right? And depending on how much food you bought, you would get stamps. And you can fill that up. And from the booklet, you can get shit. Like you can get an iron or you can get a toaster and shit, right? So I would push ladies groceries. They give me tips and I bring back. But then I started selling from my apartment. We lived apartment 909. A lot of kids, because it was, gang territory, the Blackstone Rangers started there. Their leader lived on the 16th floor, Jeff Ford, who was friends with my brothers. And I had 4 big brothers, so nobody would try to make me get in a gang because we were a gang. So we ain't had that shit.
Straight up.
But I wanted to make money, so I would get a box and I would set up store. And I had to be 10 or 9. And so my brother would take me across the street. I'd buy 2 for penny candies and 3 for penny candies and sell them a penny each. I'd buy a box of chips, which gave you 4 extra bags. And I would set up the store right at the door, and people from all up and down the apartment, kids who couldn't go out, could come and purchase from me. So I learned to do that. Then I get the hustle, the biggest hustle, Columbia Record Club. Does anybody remember Columbia?
Boy,
You remember
what
Columbia
you
Record
talking
Club,
about?
baby?
No.
Let me tell her. Columbia Record Club was it was a little card that was in every magazine, and it would say 11 albums for 11 cents.
Oh, I do remember that.
I would get them 11
Yes.
albums, and I would sell them to the teachers across the school. And then and when I sold those, I got another set. So
That's
first
right.
I got Michael Kaya, then I got him as Keith Kaya, then I got him as Keith Michaels,
Yes.
then I got him as Michael Keith, then
Yeah.
I got him as Raylock because I turned Kaya backwards.
Yeah.
By about the 11th time,
Yeah.
they realized they would send all this shit to the same apartment.
You, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you use the same address?
Yes,
See,
I
I-
did the same, but a different name, and I would sell them $3 each to the.
I use different apartments.
So you did it too, but they're different
And
apartments.
then you would go during the day while people are at work when they drop it off and just take it.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, dog.
How you do it?
Wow.
That's good shit. That's
Wow.
good shit. That's good.
But are you talking about albums?
Oh, yeah.
Not cassettes.
No album.
Okay.
They weren't
They-
cassettes then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay.
cassettes had
No,
to
I
come out
remember
in the
that.
late
Little records.
60s. I was
Yeah.
there in
Okay.
the 60s. We got there in
that
63
was-
when the projects weren't projects yet. They were still high-rise apartments. Like they think, well, you're moving on up.
Right, yeah, they
When
was.
the projects first opened, people were moving on up. I
Yes.
lived in a place that was way worse than projects. So when we moved to the projects, it was like shit. The buildings were still clean. People hadn't peed in the elevator, in the hallway yet. Wasn't no writing on the wall. Elevators worked.
Yeah.
So we were excited about that, but I was only there until 6th grade. And then we moved out to Morgan Park, which was, now they call it the Wild Hundreds. But then it was a very nice neighborhood. It was the neighborhood that Lorraine Hansberry wrote about when she wrote about Raising in the Sun. She called it Clybourne Park, but she was talking about Morgan Park, which was the community where they want to pay the black person not to move into the community. We give you the money not to move the fuck in here. That's where I moved to, and then we got there. That's when I went to Morgan Park High School and found out that I could do plays and shit, and then people said I was funny. It was over. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wow, man. I love hearing these stories, man. That's so dope. That is so dope.
Yeah.
So when you went, you like I said, you was doing Venice Beach, and you said you did that for how long? It made
9 years, from 86 to 95.
And during that time, you was doing bit parts in TV shows.
I
and
started getting
movies.
bit parts. Halfway through, I won Star Search for $100,000 and gave half to the homeless.
That.
And a lot of people thought, oh shit, he got that money. He ain't coming back. I carried my ass right back to the beach because I gave half to the homeless. I figured, and wait, there's this dude in Chicago who I beat, right? Named Anthony Griffin, right? Y'all know him? He's a Chicago comedian. You wouldn't recognize that motherfucker if he stood up in your suit. Okay, so
Wait.
So I beat him.
I stood up in your suit. Oh God.
So I beat him in the finals, right? But first, I bet y'all know Larry Wilborn. You know Larry Wilborn?
Seen the name.
He's a powerful producer.
Yeah.
He had his own show at the Daily Show. He had his own show. But before that, he was the producer for Bernie Mac, the first Bernie Mac show.
Yeah.
He won his Emmy for that, right? So he was the semifinal. But I didn't beat him. He really beat himself. He decided that he was going to do his impression of Ike and Tina Turner. Okay, now, this is Star Search, nigga. This ain't Def Jam. This is Star Search. This is blue-haired ladies from Milwaukee, right?
Both of them.
Right, so he comes out with a wig, a dress with shingles, and heels. And his back is turned to the audience. He dancing to the music, and then you hear the sound of a motherfucker getting punched in the face. Poof, poof. And every time he do that, his head would jack back and the wig would fly. Hilarious. If he was on Def Jam. But on Star Search, they were horrified.
Not so much.
Those people was mortified. So he killed himself on that.
Yeah.
So that left me to the next guy, Anthony, which was weird because Anthony Griffin, we were friends, man. You know, Bud Friedman had his first comedy convention before they was doing these comedy conventions. He did the first one in Vegas, and I was part of that because I was on Venice Beach. And on Venice Beach, I was telling jokes, and the stuff I did was conscious comedy. A lot of people have claimed it, but I was doing conscious comedy, stuff that made you think and feel as well as laugh. So I was talking about racism, my crack addiction, and drug, and was something like racism, crack addiction, and was something else. The AIDS thing was huge because it was 86. And back then, they didn't do commercials for condoms on TV or radio. They thought of it being something nasty, but all a person needed to save his life in the AIDS era was a fucking condom. So I was doing a piece about condom. I had the piece about, they have 3-pack, 6-pack, and 8-pack. 3-pack for Hispanic brothers, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, it was 6-pack. 6-pack, 8-pack, and 12-pack. 6-pack was Hispanic brothers. That's making love Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but off on Sunday. 8-pack was for black brothers. That's making love Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and twice on Sunday. And then 12-pack, that was for the white dudes. That was January, February. I would do stuff that would make people open up about a topic that was really dangerous, right? And so the piece I did on racism was called Basic Colored People's Routine, where I make fun of all races and say I joke about racism because racism is a fucking joke. And when I did that piece, Bud Friedman and his wife were in my audience. And they invited me to become family at the Improv. Back then, they had a show called Evenings at the Improv. I ended up doing 11 of them. I did all 27 of the clubs, and he brought me in from Venice when no other clubs would have me doing stuff. He had me from Venice Beach. That was, and in fact, that's how I met Wolfgang Puck. His wife came out with their 2 little nieces, and they heard my story about racism, and she gave me her card and said, I own this restaurant. Bring your wife, I want to treat you. And I looked at the card and it said Barbara Lazaroff. Well, you know, I'm well read. And I'm like, this bitch, she don't own no. No, Wolfgang Puck own this. So I called and I said, look, this Yeah, this woman named Barbara Lazarus talking about she owned the restaurant. She said that's Wolfgang's wife. I said, okay, we'll be there Saturday at 7, right? And I mean, they treated me. They wouldn't even let us finish an entree. We finished one entree. They snatched a plate, bring another entree. We went through like 6 entrees. Then they brought a big ass platter of all of the desserts. And then after that, every year they would give cookies for me to give to the homeless because on Venice Beach, whenever Christmas came, I would do a show called Scrooge Lives, which stands for Society's Christmas Rush for oodles and oodles of goodies, etc. So on that day, instead of me taking their money, I would ask people to bring frozen turkeys or chickens and cans of food. And we drag a Christmas tree out there and we would stack that food up and then put it in a van and go feed homeless people, right? So Wolfgang Puck would send a tray of cookies for the so we got to be friends, but all that came from me just being on the beach and learning this stuff, right? So a lot came from it. Damn, it's a lot. I forgot that. And so this guy. So anyway, Anthony Griffin, right? We had become friends back then, and he got Star Search, and I was so great. I was so happy for him. I called, man, go get him. I auditioned for Star Search 3 times, and they said, get the fuck out of here. And then Pat Sajak had a late night show. Does anybody remember he tried to do a late night show? That motherfucker lasted for about 4 months, okay? But I was called to audition for it, and you had to be absolutely clean. So I went and did 3 spectacularly clean minutes at the Improv. He hated me. But before I could get out the building, this little old white dude ran up to me and grabbed my arm. And he said, hey, you want to be on Star Search? I said, bro, I already auditioned 3 times. He said, look, you want to be on Star Search or not? And I said, yeah. He said, then you're on Star Search. Turns out it was Sam Riddle, the executive producer. See, that's why I tell artists, when you're performing, you have to always perform like there's 1,000 people in the room. You don't need but one person in that room with 8 people to sign the check that changes your fucking life. I had never seen a $98,000 check until I won that shit, you know? But it's because I just did the work and I went in to kill trying to get this show. And so he came and he invited me, right? So I called Anthony. I was so excited, man. We're gonna be both doing Star Search, right? So we both got in, and we both ended up towards, at the end. So at the end, they asked us. Ed said right before we started, he said, "So, Anthony, what are you gonna do when you win $100,000?" He said, "I'm gonna buy my mama a house." Everybody's like, oh, And he said, well, Mike Kite, what you gonna do? I said, I'm giving half to the homeless. It's like, oh, right. So anyway, I get through cooking this goose, and I won. And I'm thinking, all's well, the motherfucker didn't talk to me again. For like 2 years, he would walk past me at the Improv and not even look at me, right? So now I come to find out why. Lena Waithe, y'all know her? Big producer Lena Waithe. She wrote some show, and she wrote 1 episode and got an Emmy. And so she was the first lesbian writer who won an Emmy. And now she does The Chi and all the other shows. She's huge. So she's doing a movie now with Anthony Griffin about Star Search. And in it, he says, I only won because I told him I was going to have the money to the homeless. Now, I hadn't thought of it. If I had, I would have. That's a great idea. But I hadn't thought. We didn't know what he's going to ask. We didn't know he was going to ask shit.
Right.
They just brought us out as the finals, and that's what the first thing came off my head. That's what I said, and that's what I did. And so now he's doing a movie claiming that's I whooped his ass. He couldn't stand on stage. He can't carry my fucking luggage in comedy. And he's saying that shit, but now they're shooting a movie. Only reason I know, people was calling me saying, Michael, we auditioning to play you in this movie with the guy you beat on Star Search. I can't wait till the movie come out.
Wow.
Oh, that's another new special for me. When that come out, I'm doing another 40-minute special. I can't wait. Wait.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I'm very blessed. I've had amazing experiences in this life.
So your intention, was the intent to do the homeless thing, or is that something you just followed through on? When you said it, was that
I hadn't thought about it one way or the other. The thing is, I've always been a giver, and when I was on Venice Beach, people would surround me and fill my basket with money, man. And that's when I first started, but I was just doing Red Fox jokes and dick jokes, and I wasn't getting no paper money. I was getting change, and then I changed it. A real grungy, dirty, homeless white dude came to me, and he told me, he said, man, they always calling black people colored, but colored people always stay the same. White people change considering the situation. So I took that and made a joke because when white people are cold, they blue. When they mad, they red. When they dead, they gray. There's your colored people. So I started doing pieces now that hit people in their heart. And when you hit them in their heart, they wallet flies out their pocket. So all of a sudden, people was giving me money, $100, $50. People gave me watches, gold chains and shit because I was hitting them in the heart and I was talking about AIDS when nobody was talking about it. One lesbian came to me and said, my lover died and I thought I would never laugh again. I just want to thank you for letting me laugh and open up. So I was touching on things nobody was doing, and so it really, really made a difference out there. So it was changing my life. But then once again, people would see me. I did Hot Shots Part 2 with Charlie Sheen.
Right.
And I did 25 weeks. I bought the first house on that, 25 weeks on that shit, just because he saw me on Venice Beach. And they were supposed to be, and made me one of the heroes. Supposed to be 3 heroes. It was 4 heroes. I always say I played the black guy because it wasn't but 2 black people in the whole movie. And it was an amazing, it's a wonderful movie, but I've just been blessed the whole time. So when I would go to Venice, in the mornings, I would always start, and I taught all those people how to make money. They weren't making money on the beach. Because remember, I come to the beach with hustle in my system. And the guy who walked on glass, I don't know if you know, his name was Perry Hernandez. They called him Uba Uba.
Yeah.
And he would take a pile of fresh glass. He'd break bottles. He'd stand on the chair, jump down barefoot in that glass, take his shirt off, lay on the grass. One man would stand on his chest, a woman would stand on his thighs, and he'd smoke a cigarette. Then he'd get up without a scratch or a cut. Motherfucker was making $40 a day. I said, no, you're not doing this right. you ain't doing something right here. So I was showing all of them how to get their paper, because someone made the biggest mistake was to not ask for money till the end. It's the worst thing you can do in an open forum. You got to get your money before you do your major piece. That's the hook, So and when I would go out there, I would buy 10 meals for the homeless. But the meals only cost $3 each, but you will get like eggs, toast, and hash brown potato. You ain't getting no meat, but hash brown potatoes, eggs, toast, jelly. If you're living on a fucking beach, that's a meal. So every time I would go, I'd get 10 meals, and I'd pass out the meals, until I ran out of meals. So I always just loved giving back because I was standing in the very environment that I was living in. I was with the addicts, and I was an addict. I was telling jokes and shit with every walk of life, but the homeless people always came and talked to me, and people on hard times would talk to me. So it was already in my heart to do it, but it wasn't nothing I thought about.
Okay.
I didn't say I'm going to start straight, and I wouldn't think about them people. It was just at that moment when he asked the question, that's the first thing popped out of my mind was I want to give half to the homeless because I was already living in a one-room and rooming with a roomer. So my room, my whole apartment was
A one-room and rooming with a roomer.
Yes. My apartment was probably from where that gentleman is sitting to that one. It was small. Everything was in one room. And for the kitchen, they had, you know how a closet had those doors that you open and you can look through the vent, and you open that, and there was the only other room was the bathroom. That's all, but that's all I needed. All I was doing is telling jokes and passing my hat. It was just me. So I didn't need a lot. Okay. So if I had 50,000 all of a sudden, shit, that was a lot to me. So I could have a lot and give to somebody. It just meant a lot to me to do it, to be able to do that. And I'm telling you, the first day we wrote checks for 27,000 the first day. We just wrote checks and gave to homeless people.
Ooh,
and our feet couldn't touch the ground. I mean, we were so elevated. It felt so fucking good. Yeah. So I learned it feels good to give, Wow. And that's the only reason I did. I didn't think about it. It wasn't planned out. I did. Shit, I'm trying to find them people not get that fucking money back. but my oldest brother was so mad at me. He's like, motherfucker, you got a family, you can get that money too. My family has jobs. Get the fuck out of here. So that it just started a thing for me. So I always try to give. I feel like if you ever want to have anything, you got to learn to give all to all. If you give everything to everybody, nigga, you'll have so much shit, you won't have no place to put it. Like, I think that God is telling me I got to buy a new house. I can't get all my shit in my house. And then most of the places I go places and people paint huge paintings of me and show up and present them at the show. They bring me hats. I mean, I got pictures of me stacked that people painted. I ain't got no wall space for. But I don't feel like it's clutter. I feel like it's abundance, and I feel like it's the Lord saying, "Okay, time to take it up a step." You know, so giving is very important to me.
And that is.
Oh, incidentally, y'all, if you just tuning in, you know who these people are. Oh, Michael Kai, world famous, world renowned, often talked about, alleged comedian, a gentleman and a scholar, intellectual giant in a pool of mental midgets, and a connoisseur of fine haberdasheries. And we got 5 big shows this weekend at Atlantic Comedy Theater. The Atlantic Comedy Theater is 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. You have 5 opportunities to miss me. Bring your mama. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, and to piggyback off of that, he's also going to be at Nova Kitchen and Cocktails tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Courtesy of Mr. Rodney Hardiman.
Yes, sir.
Dope
Rodney
event.
the
It's going to be a meet and greet. They're going to be able to come up, speak to you, and get some more of this.
Hang out. I'm going to talk. I'm
there you
going to
go.
drop some pearls of wisdom. I'll be bringing my new book. So I will be signing autograph my new children's book called Little Bobby White. It's called Little Bobby White, but the kids are black. Yeah. It's the story of a kid who always wins because he always chooses to do the right thing. So that's a lesson that we don't teach our kids anymore. We don't teach our kids the lesson of being good for goodness sake. In fact, we don't teach them shit. What we do is we give them a device and we sit them in the corner. And we come back 8 years later and we don't know why they sitting on the bed with a pistol rolling joints and calling us motherfuckers. It's because we forgot our
No
responsibility
lies told.
as parents, you know? and so the book is, you know, it's at Amazon. The guy who did the artwork is DeMar Douglas. He painted a famous painting of Kaepernick where his afro is a fist. That's the guy who did it. He also did my first children's book, which is also on Amazon. It's about my president, Barack Hussein Obama. It's called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. I only sold 14,000 copies of those. But I always try to wear one of my 11 Barack Obama watches, brother. And I can't wait till white people ask me what time it is so I can say, go and look for yourself. And then they go, "Ah, ah!" You know, so the book is fabulous.
Oh, that is so fire. If we walk around going, hey, you want to know what time it is?
And the thing is, I paid $12 for this watch in 2008, and it's still running.
Still ticking.
It still runs. You know there ain't no damage and shit. So it's still ticking. It runs beautifully. It keeps good time, and it looks good.
That is so
you
fire,
know,
bro.
yeah.
That is.
You know, I just come back from doing Houston, and in Houston, I did the Improv, and the last time I did it was 2008, because I came out with my book about Barack Obama, and all I talked about was Barack Obama. And an older white lady was sitting in the audience, and once I started talking about Barack, she stood up and just put her hands on her hips and mean mugged me for the whole damn show. And then when it was over, she came up to my table with that face. I tore her ass up. But I was not disrespectful, and I did not curse her. You know, and I tore her ass up. It was all over the YouTube. Needless to say, they never brought me back to Houston Improv again until last week.
Wow.
So like over 20 years, almost
Wow.
20 years, 16 years later, I finally came back. So maybe all them people died and moved on. but she wasn't having it. You know, it's sort of like this Trump era where if you say anything about Trump, then people want to turn on you. I just think it's a very weird time for America. You know, I mean, 250 years, and it's the first time in the history of America that we don't have a president. So, yeah, don't get quiet now. I say that shit in public.
I was going to ask you.
We with you all the way.
Oh yeah, I was sure going to ask you. What do you think about the occupants of the White House right now?
I just think that America has really let me down. That Americans have really turned into cowards and weaklings and wimps because this country fought like dogs to be able to get liberties and have freedoms, and now all of them being stripped away from us by a maniac. I mean, you guys elected a clown, and now everybody's surprised that there's a fucking circus. But this guy ain't no president. He's a guy who is a con man and tricked y'all into putting him in the most powerful position in the whole wide world, and he's using it for money and a land grab. All he's doing is grabbing everything he can for him and his family, trying to make it like it's patriotic. Got the nerve to say he's a Christian. No, Christians help people. Christians give back. Christians don't shit on you in the name of patriotism, you know. But the thing that breaks my heart is the American people won't stand up to him. You know, how the hell do you call a war? The president's not allowed to have war without Congress, but he does what he want to do. Supreme Court that he owns said he can't even be tried for none of the shit he does, so he do what the fuck he want to do because y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it. Y'all don't get me started on how I feel about it. Ooh-wee. They're going to be mad at me for a long time. But the good thing is, I do comedy, and they can't stop me. So a lot of people say, well, they'll cancel you. Well, people can't really cancel you. To cancel you is to take your power. No one can take your power. You can only surrender it. Now they can tell you no, but that don't mean you can't do it. That just means you can't do it with they bitch ass. Go down the street. There's somebody else who does the same thing, and they probably do it with more love and your heart, more care for you. But that's what he counts on. He counts on fear and confusion. He got y'all so frightened, so confused that while you looking to the left, he'd have ran to the right.
Facts.
It's the San Francisco, or they like to call it the St. Louis Shuffle. He got everybody looking over there, nervous and fearful, while him and all his kids are reaping billions. If he hadn't won, his ass was going to prison. He had to win this shit. And now look at all those people who play with Epstein and all them kids. They know who the people are, and nobody's going to court.
No one.
How could if black people had walked up in Washington and ran up on the Capitol stairs, niggas would be dead all up and down the stairs. Not only did they let him get away with it, they let him pardon everybody else who did it.
Yep.
That's American people letting us down. But he's doing what so many people want for the longest. So many hateful, racist people want to have a leader who will come around and call a nigga. So now he's giving racist people free license to be racist out loud. Look at all these fucking white women who get up in your face and say ugly shit. These motherfucking Karens are getting knocked the fuck out every week. If you go online, you see another one got the shit knocked out of them because they just say anything. I mean, like if I went to this winter, I went to New York and I had a full length blue point mink hit me at the ankles. Fluffy sleeve, and I get off the plane, and this white lady says to me, "Do you know how many animals died for that coat?" And I said, "Bitch, no." What, 30, 35? I don't know. Motherfucker was on the hanger when I met him, so I don't know. But the nerve that they have to walk up and just say anything to people. One lady in New York said, "I wish I had some blood to throw on your coat." I said, "Bitch, I wish you had some blood to throw on this coat. All I'm going to do is think three things. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to motherfucking jail." That's all I think. But he is creating that. He's fueling the fire of separation. He's fueling the fire.
Yeah.
And see, whenever you want people to war, you have to make them believe that they're separate from each other.
Facts.
Once you're separate from each other, now you got a reason to battle and fight. But when people come together, they don't have no reason to fight. When I look at the white man and see him as my brother, what the fuck are we gonna fight about? But when I see that he's white, he's coming this way, he's probably gonna hurt me. Now you tell me that he Hispanic, he's taking something that's mine. Somebody said a long time ago, if you can get poor white people to believe that they're better than well-heeled black people, then they will give you everything they got because you just making them feel a certain way. So and please spell my name right. It's Colyar. I don't really care as long as they get it right on the check. But people always tend to put the Y in the front because the word coy is a word their mind can see. So instead of saying Colyar, I'll spell it for them. They're still right. Coylar. Coylar. Michael Coylar was here today, and Michael Colyar is coming next week. I ain't mad about it. I don't care. It ain't deep or even wide. It's cool.
Nah, he'll fix that, no problem.
Hey, for real, man. I knew about the Venice Beach, some of the Venice Beach travels that you had, but what I didn't know was the way you gave back. That is seriously commendable.
I love that beach defined me as a human being. Those 9 years on that beach defined who I am and how I should treat people. And that's the thing about my mom. I love my mom. My mom, everything. In fact, my mother transcended on Cinco de Mayo. So this is the 6th. Yeah. So 18 years ago, on May 5th, my mom transcended. I never shed a tear because my mom ain't never left me. She still informs my every decision. At a certain way, I ain't going to cook that food because my mama wouldn't do that shit that way. There's certain things I'm not going to say or do. That's why I say you could tell if people have parents or not. You could look at some people and say, "Oh, that motherfucker right there ain't had no parents," because of how they carry themselves. My mother taught me to be a good human being. So I'm always looking for ways to heal. And when I do my shows, white people come. And I let them know, you're in the right place. That's what you're supposed to do. White people and black people are supposed to be in the same fucking room, telling jokes and lifting high ideas. And even if we don't agree, we have to learn to disagree agreeably, because although we come over on different ships, we're in the same motherfucking boat now. And if we don't pull together, we're going to tear up the most incredible country the world's ever seen. And I've been around the world 19 times. I've been to some countries that will cut my fucking head off for some of the shit I said right here. And in this country, you could do anything. You could be anything if you're willing to work hard enough for it. I don't care who you are, where you came from. That's why everybody still comes here with the American dream. Because everybody had the American dream except American people. Just like everybody want to be black except black people. Because we know how much fucking heavy lifting is involved in that shit.
Yeah.
Yep. So I better hold up, because I have another podcast, and I'm not repeating all this shit twice in one
I know
day.
that's right.
So
I know that's right.
I better save something for round 2.
For round 2.
Let me ask you this. First off, are we gonna take a break? Are we gonna take a?
I think we're good. That's Mr. Carter.
I'm sorry, because I be talking and shit. I know this.
Oh no, you good. No, you good. I want you to talk.
Okay,
man.
yeah.
I wanted to put.
You can kind of hold yourself, and you need a little break, huh? Little potty break. Yeah.
Boy, what you talking
I'm a
about?
senior. Let me tell you, when I got a pee, I don't even talk about it. I'm gone. Go way
Hey.
out. He went to pee.
Well, listen, I
Hey.
wanted to ask you this. You said 18 years, May 5th. That's your mom, but we also know that recently you celebrated 18 years of sobriety.
Yes. So that means it's 20 years for my mom, because I didn't get
Okay.
sober till 2 years after my mom transcended. So I got sober in 11, in 09. In 09. March 1st of 09.
Okay.
No, Mama died in 09. March 1st of 11. And see, I got so much shit in my head, I can't remember. So on March 1st of this year, I was in Philadelphia, 6 shows at Healing, right? And so I was on stage, and as I was ending my show, I was thanking people because I'm really, really blessed. I mean, God, let me tell you something. God gives me a miracle every day. If I go 2 days without a miracle, I'm fucking shocked and surprised. Okay, but it's because it's what I expect. You get what you prepare for, and it's what I expect. But I'm doing everything I've ever wanted to do. I'm doing specials and all this stuff. So I was thanking the audience for all the stuff that God does for me, and then I got choked up and couldn't talk, and I had to walk off stage. My partner came out and held it down for a second, and then I came back out and finished it. I had forgotten that was my 18th year of sobriety. I had forgotten it. Then 4 days later, a brother who was sober called me and said, "Hey, brother, I just called to wish you happy birthday. I know your birthday, your 18th birthday, was on the 1st. And that's when it dawned on me that I was overwhelmed by the good of the Lord. I was overwhelmed by it without realizing that part of it was that 18 years of sobriety, that from crack cocaine. Because I ain't lie. I do the little drinking. I did a little drinking in between that, smoke the fat one. But won't have anything to do with drugs or anything that's chemicals of any kind. So I'm very grateful for that, because I can taste food now. It's delicious. What else y'all got? Come on.
So your career has been spectacular. You've been on every stage across the globe. You've done the movies, TV shows. Some of the biggest TV shows. I mean, Martin. House.
Martin,
I mean, you've done quite a bit. What's Michael Collier doing right now? What are you up to outside the stage? 'Cause I know you got some stuff
I'm
going
trying
on.
to get my money. Let me tell you something. People say, Michael, you've been in this business 39 years. You've never changed. That's because I ain't get my money yet. When I get my money, I ain't talking to you motherfuckers no more. I'm buying all these friends. There's so much coming up for me. This book, I guarantee you that Oprah is going to hold this book up and call it her book of the year.
Wow.
For a children's book. It's an excellent, wonderful book. So this book is out, and I have them at all my shows. I'll be selling these, but I crank them out. I bring a suitcase, and they go.
Yes,
but
sir.
we have a new erotic portrait book that I just finished. We're gonna release that in 2 months. Talking about eating pussy and shit. But it's also funny.
Wait.
Yes,
We
sir.
talking about eating pussy and it's
Yes,
funny.
sir.
Oh, well, the eating pussy part, you don't want to laugh into the pussy, okay? That's how you get a pussy fart. You don't laugh to the pussy, then she laugh back. Pooh! Oh, damn, man, I gotta go. But there's comedy.
Lord.
Like one of the poems in the book is called "The Misbehavior of a Ding-a-Ling." Okay, so this guy slapped his own dick because his dick called his woman a bitch because she laughed at his dick being small. It was soft, and she laughed at it. And he said, "Shut up, bitch." And it shocked him. Because first he didn't know his dick could talk. And secondly, the first time his dick decided to talk, he gonna be disrespectful to his woman, right? So when he slapped him and his dick had a tear in their eye. It's a wonderful, funny story. And the poems though, but they're also erotic. The poems are erotic and have music driven, and it's my voice. It's cold-blooded. It's 20 poems, it's cold-blooded. So it's called In the Wet Spot, Blue Erotica, by MC Butternuts. Oh, it's off the chain. It's off the chain. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make $2 million on that and get a fucking Grammy for the verbal. But we're doing the books. I have 2 specials. I have one special we're dropping called All New Shit. And then I have one called The King of Venice Beach. Now, The King of Venice Beach, we shot on Venice at the spot where I started. Well, actually, we shot it right in front of the police station. And we built a stage that looks like a king's crown. And we had 6 cameras and a crane. And Leslie Small, who is a great director, he's my director, they wouldn't give us permission to use a drone. So I found a brother 6 miles away, know how to operate the motherfucker from his house. Wait till you see these aerial views. It's off the fucking chain. And I get to tell the story of me used to be out there and now come back to give back to the people. In fact, I collect my money like I used to collect my money out there. But I collect the money from the people. Then I jump off the stage. I jump into this $200,000 Jaguar. And I pull off, and people thinking I'm taking the money home. But I drive right downtown to the Midnight Mission. And instead of coming with some big goofy-ass plastic check, we pour the motherfucking money. We added $1,000 to it. And we pour the money on the table while they're sitting there. And they stacking it because I want to show the people to not just talk about it, be about it. If you say you're gonna give for real. So you'll see the actual money, and then in our credits in red ink is how you can send money to that mission. Because a black dude who's CEO, I didn't even know that. He's a CEO, and they feed hot meals to 745 homeless people 3 times a day, every day, all year round. They have showers. The homeless can come and get a shower. They have barber's chair, and you can come and get your hair cut. And if you get a bona fide audition, not audition, I'm thinking actors, if you get what you get when you go get a job. An interview for a job. I ain't worked in so long with a fucking job. So if you get an interview for a job, they have a Dress for Success room where Macy's and other stores have donated suits, shirts, ties, and shoes and socks and underwear.
Yeah.
They can get a full outfit to go interview, and whether they get the job or not, they get to keep the clothes. So I was blessed to go that. That was God that sent us there because we was trying to give the money to a homeless shelter near Venice. It's called the King of Venice Beach. That's where. But them fools said, "No, we close at 5." Wait a minute. We're going to bring the money
Crazy
at 6.
as hell.
But y'all don't want the money because you closed at 5, you ignorant motherfuckers. So they found the Midnight Mission and just to take it and see this elegant brother and how they oversee these people and help them and heal them is awesome. So we get to give the money to them. But also, we have these big bags, vinyl bags we had made. To give homeless people, and we fill them with clothing and as many $10 bills as I can we put in. We ask people to send money. One church sent $500 because 50 people put in 10. And so we try to put a $10 bill in. We get them little soups that you can buy, and you just put hot water on them because when you're homeless, if you got one of them, you ain't got to do nothing but find 7-Eleven. And you got a hot meal. Right. So we were giving out 1,986 of those bags to commemorate when I started out there in 1986. Wow. So we get a chance to give back and to tell a story, but it's also awesome when you see it, when you sit at Venice Beach and you see the stage, but you also can see the ocean and the sky and people, what you call it, when you're hand gliding through the air and you see the roller skaters and people zooming by. It's just really fly. It's fly.
Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm through.
No, just the movie that you raised yourself with all your friends? This the one?
We had to raise the money for this. You
were going out, reaching out to everyone.
To everybody. I can't tell the story yet, but some wonderful people gave me money. And, I needed $96,000. I'll just say this. I took Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior March 23rd of 2023. And I've always been a man of God. I've always loved God. And, Christianity was always in my family. My mom was Catholic, so she forced us to be Catholic for a couple of years. But I've been everything, atheist, agnostic, Muslim for a minute. I studied everything, and I read everything, the Yixing, the Talmud, the Holy Quran. But I cherry pick. I pull the things out of those philosophies, and I use the things that help me navigate my life. But on the 23rd, I sat up in my bed, and I hadn't thought about this. I just sat up and said, Jesus Christ, I take you as my Lord and Savior. And I felt illuminated. I mean, I physically felt illuminated. So I called my wife because she was at our home down in Winston-Salem. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I said, baby, I just took Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And she said, calm down, calm down. And I was like, she said, are you okay? I said, man, I'm way better than okay. I'm outstanding. So I went on my morning show, and I told the morning show people, I said, y'all, I took Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So I'm going to go ask, and I can't tell you who because I'm going to tell a story later. Okay. But he's a big rapper. And I said, I'm going to call and see. I'm going to and ask him for some money, to help me with my Western. And I'm like, what makes me think that I could call a fucking rapper at 8 a.m. and ask him for money? I had taken Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So I called him. And he said, wait a minute, let me think about it. Then he called me back. He said, how much of your money you put in? Well, I put in 35 of mine. But I had done all other clever things. Like I created a thing called a gramathon. Y'all remember Jerry Lewis's telethon? I did a gramathon. It was like a telethon, but on Instagram. So for 12 hours, people was on the show with me, and comics would come on, musicians would come on, poets would come on, and they kept raising money. We did that 3 times. We did all kind of things to raise money. So I said, well, the citizens gave me like another $37,000, and we still kind of low, and maybe you'll come in as a producer. He said, well, I ain't gonna be no producer, but I'll give you $10,000. Fuck me up, because I don't even know him like that. We ain't never had tea and crumpets. Nothing. He gave it. And then then Bob Johnson kicked in. And Bob Johnson, I said, Mr. Johnson, this is what I'm doing. And he said, okay, well, how much will I get back on my investment, and when is the return? I said, Mr. Johnson, if you give me this money, you need to send it with a suitcase and a toothbrush, because that motherfucker ain't never coming back home. And he said, well, wait a minute, motherfucker. Are you telling me you just asking people to give you money? And I said, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cut me a big fucking check. Needless to say, I needed $96,000 to pull off the show I wanted to pull off. I ended up with 103. Because of what people gave to shoot the show. So the telling of it, when I tell the story and tell the names of the people who gave and the people who didn't give and the people who wouldn't give, who got angry because they asked, people who claim they were my friends for years, and then they snapped on me just because I said, would you donate? They just got pissed off about it, and I teach everywhere that you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. If motherfucker can say no. Say no, but don't be mad about it. Killer Mike said yes, and then Killer Mike turned around and said no. But I respected him because he called me and said, Michael, I'm not going to be able to do that. I respected that, bro. At least he considered it. But I had one great vocalist who pledged, and then when I went back, she ghosted me, won't talk to me no more, and it hurt because she was my friend for years and years and years.
Wow.
Now she ain't my friend no more. Yeah. Just because I asked that she want to participate in something that's going to be pretty fucking great. Yeah. When y'all see it, oh no, it's going to rock the... I wish I could just run the animation from it. It's so fucking good. And so I ran into I can't tell this story. Go ahead.
I always say you really want to get rid of... I see who your real friends are. Ask for money.
Yeah,
because they gonna either gonna do it, or they gonna get mad, or they gonna
one of my friends, so-called friends, people just gave him his own special. He got special. He was doing his thing. I've been his friend forever, and I asked him 3 times, and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna get with you." And I wrote him. I said, "Bro, just remember, people helped you get to where you are." He wrote me back. My motherfucking friends don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to you like what? They don't point out the obvious to you, or what kind of corny ass friends you must be Trump and his friends who don't say shit. Trump said, "I'm gonna stab you in your ass." They say, "How Hitler?" So maybe that. But anyway, it taught me so much about the nature of people and how they will act when you really come to them. But the thing is, I walk with God. God is my friend, and money digs me anyway. Money love me. Money
Come
miss
on.
me when it
Come
don't
on.
see me. So money come to me in various ways that I don't even know how it's coming or when. Once again, it's because
It's because you give.
that's what I expect.
It's
The
'cause you're
giving part is good.
Mm-hmm.
Is a big help is the giving part. But you get what you prepare for. If you already know you have your wealth, then your wealth is there.
Yeah.
If you already see you're successful, it's successful. But most of us can't see it because that's been beaten out of us.
Yeah,
To believe in
facts.
ourselves and to have faith, that's beaten
Facts.
out of us. Was constantly programmed into us. It's this fear that you're limited, that you can't do shit. You know you niggas, y'all don't even read. You probably stealing some shit. You ain't gonna never get it right. And then if you get it right, you gonna fuck it up. This is what's drummed into us through all the stuff in the media every single solitary day.
Facts.
So you buy into what you hear over and
Facts.
over and over again. That's why I beat the drum to tell you the opposite. God is great. You could have anything. You could be anything if you keep God first. You can walk on water and literally fly through the motherfucking air if you have enough faith.
Come on.
And so I hold on. And then people say, yeah, but you always talking about God, but you be cussing like a motherfucker. And I say, you goddamn right. I do. But you don't think God knew I was going to do that?
Right.
You don't think God know what I'm going to say 10,000 years before he created me? The
Come on.
The omnipotent who knows everything about everything. Blah! He ain't see that shit coming. Fuck out of here. He already knows who I am. He knows what I'm doing, but he always also knows there's a certain language that reaches a certain folk. Sure. And you, as an artist, and we sit here amongst artists, you have to know your audience. You have to read your room and bring to them what they want. Because I also do children's theater. I also perform at schools. I do motivational speaking. I speak to every walk of life, and you have to adjust it for where it is. So when I'm on stage with niggas drinking and shit, I'm talking about motherfuckers and grabbing my dick. That's what they want to hear, because that's the story that I'm selling. That's my crew. When I'm doing my stuff about senior citizens, them seniors come out. My tribe come out,
Yeah.
Because I was on stage at
Come on.
the Improv like 3 months ago. This 60-year-old dude gonna come out and say, I just turned 60 and my dick not working, as well as it should. I was the next comic up. I said, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I'm 68. My dick is great.
You heard that?
So your word really
lying.
is, your word is your wand.
Yeah.
Your word is your wand. Whatever you say, whatever you think, the universe, I always tell people, the reason a lot of people aren't achieving is because they have too many wrong motherfuckers around them. You got to get to OQP. Only quality people. So many people got so many negative, backstabbing, double talking, lying motherfuckers around them. And some of them are family members.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sometimes worst motherfucker in your life is a family member. You don't stop loving them, but you love them from afar. But first thing is to identify them. And you know who they are. Because every time you got some positive shit to say,
Here they come.
Yeah.
they have the
Here they
negative
come.
shit that matches. And you be like,
Here they
man, I
come.
sure had a good year. Here come this motherfucker. Oh! The universe has cursed me. Nigga, the universe doesn't curse you. The universe doesn't bless you. The universe responds to your vibration.
Yeah.
Whatever you send it to the universe sends back greater to you. If you
Facts.
want more peace, more power, more love, more wisdom, more joy, learn to give it. When you give everything to everybody, I'm telling you,
Boy,
you
you
have so much
talking.
shit.
Boy, you
Yeah.
talking right
Facts.
now.
Place to put it.
You talking, boy.
And then they sent me Sonia. Oh my God. My wife is
Did that part,
everything.
right?
My wife arouses me when I ain't even with her. I was in the
That's
mall
right.
there at Macy's. I got aroused. I ran out and called her. I said, knock it off. I'm shopping. She's amazing, and that is only a gift from God,
And a great cook, huh?
Oh, my,
Yeah.
oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah, I heard about
She
that.
do
yeah.
a thing with chicken wings. See, I don't eat chicken wings.
All right.
The chicken wings too nigga for me. No, all my black friends.
Not too
Every place
nigga.
we go, they order chicken wings. We could be in Paris. Hey, you think they got wings? No, motherfucker. That bird is dead. Sit your ass down, But my wife has created a sauce called the Sonia sauce. You see, I pat my feet
Yeah,
like
I
that.
see it.
Called
Hey.
the Sonia sauce. A little sweet, a little tangy,
Yeah.
Stop
a
patting your
little
feet.
spicy.
Yes.
The first time I bit into it, I swear to God, I damn near came. Oh, she took her ass off. She ain't playing. And tomorrow, what's the place called?
Nova's Kitchen and Cocktails.
Nova's Kitchen. What we doing over there? Oh, the gospel strippers. They're coming, right? Gospel strippers will be there tomorrow. But I'm going to be there. It's May 7th. It's called Nova. You need to bring your mama and Pookie and Run. Get them off the couch. Come hang out with us, fellowship, talk with us. Maybe pick up a couple of books. Give a brother a hug, a verbal squeeze if you have to. And just come on out and see us. We just preparing for the 5 big shows this weekend at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
I know we got to get ready to wrap. I got to ask you this, though. When you're not on stage, when you're not doing podcasts, you're not on set, what is Michael Collier doing to silence the noise? What do you?
No.
You know what?
No,
oh my God.
Look, I was about to tell you too.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Like, damn it, I knew I was doing something right.
I am an artist, so I love the arts. So I go to museums. I love movies. If y'all haven't seen Michael, you're crazy.
Right,
you need to run and see it.
I've
Not
already
just a
told
good
him.
story about him, but just a awesome film. The way Antonio Fuqua shot this shit, it's just so beautiful. For the first time in my life, I feel like I know who Michael Jackson is. And that bullshit about him fucking with kids, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. It would break his heart that somebody would say some shit like that. Now, if you say he fucked that monkey or that giraffe,
Oh,
maybe,
hold on now.
but he ain't fucked no
Wait a
kids,
minute.
You know, I'm
Wait a
playing.
minute.
But no, you found out. You took a peek into his heart in this movie and how much he gave back and helped kids and cared for people and loved. And I know I walked out of there emotional. I walked out of there totally moved. And that boy who playing him, that motherfucker's amazing. He might not never act another role in his life, but he did the Jamie Foxx on this shit when Jamie Foxx did Ray. Because when Jamie Foxx did Ray, Jamie Foxx wasn't in no more. You could
he
not
was Ray.
see
Exactly.
Jamie Foxx.
100%.
All you could see was Ray. He didn't peek out with a little joke hit, no bullshit. He was straight Ray. This boy, you don't ever see Michael Jackson, but you can't watch that boy for 5 minutes without feeling the essence of Michael Jackson. That boy bad. That boy, I can't wait for part 2. And I'm going to see it again.
Look, the reason why I'm laughing so hard is because the way that monkey jumped into his arms.
They were
Oh
too
my
familiar with that.
God.
They look like they had a little history.
Y'all not right. Don't be spreading no
For him
more
to say
rumors
that,
on my
oh,
man.
That's why I'm laughing so.
And that boy playing
Y'all
his father,
wrong.
Domingo, Coleman Domingo,
The cast was great.
cast was ridiculous.
Cast was
Kia
great.
Long as mama.
The cast.
Kia Long wasn't there either. She disappeared into the mama. She really, even the way she walked. I mean,
you about to get yourself in trouble.
She just turned
You know
96
Kia
too.
Long?
I don't know Kia Long.
Oh, okay, because her name is Nia.
Nia Long.
about
But
to
my
say.
agent's name is Kia Todd. Ladies and gentlemen, Kia Todd. That's
say
what I
that.
say Kia all
I'm
day
about- you about to
long.
make
That's
Nia
why
be
I
mad at you,
accidentally said
man. Okay.
Nia. No.
No, the cast
I
is
met
great.
her, but I
Yeah.
don't know
The
her.
cast is
cast
dope.
was fantastic.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. Even the young Michael.
Yeah.
The little boy Michael.
Oh yeah.
They had it, but that boy spent a year just learning the moves. And when you see him, and what was really cool is they don't just do pieces of the performances. Just
Do the whole
to give you a
performance.
tip. That boy did every performance he did the entire performance and the entire dance all the way through, and he killed that shit. I mean, he hit that shit right on the head. I'm telling you, I had to sit still. I couldn't even get up after it.
Wow.
I had to really compose myself. It's really some good shit and an awesome story. The way they tell it. I'm worried about Anton Fuqua because I don't know what the fuck he gonna do after this. I don't know how he gonna top this. I don't
So
know
what do
he
you
gonna
think about the love affair they said that he had with Diana? They had to leave her out. She made them leave her out.
And they
of
said
the
the Dirty Diana song.
Yes, that it was about him, her.
I don't know, but I know I love that song.
Yeah.
I love Diana. And I didn't
She
think
14
he was
years
in love
older.
with Diana. I thought he wanted to be Diana. So, okay.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man.
Great point.
But I just thought, I
Great
just think
point.
it's wonderful, and I think everybody should see it, just because of what a great film, the way the film is made. You know, we go in with our preconceived notions because we've been seeing Michael or aspects of Michael our entire lives, so we go in there thinking we know him. No.
Yeah.
No.
great-
We don't know him like that. I just
It's
can't
a
wait for part
great,
two.
It is a great,
Two,
it
three,
is
so
a
fucking
great
good.
production. I'm so glad because I've been telling them they got to see it. They got
So
to see
let's
it. They got to see
recap.
it.
Nova.
Yes, sir.
tomorrow,
There we go.
May 7th. What time we doing it? 5 o'clock, the doors open.
Doors
Bring
open
everybody.
at Nova's Kitchen and Cocktails. It is Stockbridge, Georgia. Y'all come on out. It is a meet and greet.
He got a
as you
number.
can
Some
see-
people can get the
Beautiful facility too.
Yes,
What?
it is.
Shout it out. What's the ticket number?
678.
Oh, it's right behind me.
Right behind you. Yep, it's already
Oh,
on.
they don't
It's
need
already
me.
up
That
there.
shit on the board.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
I only thought we could see it. I didn't know they could see it.
Yeah. They can see it
Shit,
also.
I'm giving
We
up too much
live.
information.
We live right now, man. They looking at you.
All the way live. Come and look at me. And Atlanta, come down to the Atlanta Comedy Theater and get your copy of Little Bobby White. You want, and don't get one book when you got 9 damn kids. Okay,
You gonna have
At
Little
least
Bobby
3.
White tomorrow night? You gonna have it out there tomorrow night?
I'll have it with me tomorrow night. Absolutely.
The
Little Bobby
suitcase
White.
will be out there with Little Bobby
Yes,
White's in it.
sir.
So make sure y'all
And
come
I
out
got
and
another
support.
book selling too, right? I'm another book signing, right? I got another book. Oh, I'm having fun, and I love Atlanta.
Atlanta's a great place to love, for real. Y'all just stay off 285 this weekend because it is closed down. Remember that?
Yes,
Yes, that traffic is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Closed both ways.
Shout out
so-
again to Rodney Hardiman, man, for
Yes,
bringing
sir.
Rodney
Hardiman.
Michael in.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hardiman Productions, man. This
Yeah.
is really dope.
Yep. We appreciate
Call
you
you.
big time,
Always
man.
a pleasure, sir, to see you.
Thank you, King. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all
Absolutely.
for tolerating my
Oh,
nonsense.
for sure.
Oh,
You
enjoy
look
it.
gorgeous over here. Thank you, Mama. I'm married. Quit fucking around. Okay. God is great, and I'm very grateful. And the main thing I didn't talk to you about is I have the show. I mentioned it, but the Michael Kaya Morning Show is every Monday, and all 1,000 shows, 1,062 are still on YouTube. So you can go at any time because every show has comedy. You don't have to have it in real time. Every show has comedy, every show has music, every show has community, and every show we pray. Because I built the show so you can start your morning with laughter and prayer. I believe if you start your day with laughter and prayer, you build a force field of positivity around you that no bullshit can penetrate. So your day always ends the way it begins. So if you jump up with positivity, you look in the mirror, you thank God. You, oh God, look what you done for. Wow, you sure made me cute this morning. I'm going to kill him today. You walk out like that, you'll be good. You get up complaining, you kick your foot. God damn it. I told you to leave that fucking chair. Everybody you see that day, you gonna have a problem with. You gonna be fussing all day. So start your day the right way. Don't get up and grab the phone. Get up and grab the Lord. Before you even look at what text is, get up and just say a prayer. Even if you don't get up, just lay there and pray. Just be silent and connect and watch. Everything else will fall in place properly because there is no place where the Holy Spirit is not. There is no place, no matter how dangerous. He over at Trump's house. The Holy Spirit is everywhere, you know, and you can call on him anytime through meditation. I was doing medication with them rocks, but through meditation and prayer, you can always call on the Holy Spirit and always get the help of the Lord. He digs you.
That's
he loves
beautiful.
you. You're his favorite.
Majorly though. Appreciate
Please
those.
say hi to my mom real quick, Mr. Carr. She's on here watching
What's your
right
mom's
now.
name is what?
Catherine Bracy.
Hey, Miss Bracy, mwah, mwah, mwah. Happy Mother's Day to you. And just in case my wife see it, happy Mother's Day. Sonia, I love you. You're a great mom. And to our friend, we already talked about, we went over to see in Paris. Erica Badu is a wonderful, wonderful mother. Happy Mother's Day to you, dear heart, and to every mother out there. And I tell people, if you can call your mama every day, or at least a couple of times a week, and you don't have to do nothing but just call and say, I love you.
Right.
Your mother never get tired of hearing you say, I love you. Just call and say, I love you, mama. It's going to mean a lot. That's why I say I never shed a tear because me and my mom was tight. She supported whatever I did, and she was always there to encourage us and to teach us and to love us and to heal us. So mamas everywhere, we love you. Happy Mother's Day in advance. If y'all want something good to do for Mama Day, bring your mama down to the Atlanta Comedy Theater. That's right, 2 shows Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday.
Let them know where they can follow you at before we shut up out of here.
Just Michael Kaya. I'm at just Michael Kaya on Instagram. It's just my name, Michael Kaya, on Facebook. Michael Kaya, if you want to write me, comicking123 at AOL.com. And I answer all my own stuff because I can't afford nobody else to do it.
COLYAR.
Put that
Alright?
L in the front,
Yeah,
please.
make sure you put that there. Listen again, brother. We appreciate you coming
I'm so
through.
honored.
For
This
real.
was really
For
good.
real,
I don't
man.
know what I'm
This
going to
was
do for
so
the
dope.
second hour.
This was so dope. This was so dope. This was so
Thank you,
dope.
dear heart. I appreciate
So
it.
dope.
Are you bringing back your play? You want to stay?
Oh my God! Not only am I bringing the play back, I'm doing a one-man play called Michael Collier's Mama. It's Michael Collier, my cousin, about your
Yes.
mama. Ain't about her mama.
Yes.
About my mama, Marilyn Smith, and my God. And all I want is that my mother and God will be proud of me. And it's my whole story about my addiction, my recovery. It's a 90-minute play. I play 17 characters. I play my mother and my father. I play all 4 of my big brothers. I play me at 4 different ages. I play the alcoholics, crackheads, and church ladies that comprise my community, and I get to tell my story. And it's really amazing. And I have a new director who's working with me because I just did a cold-blooded play in Detroit called One Night in Harlem, and it was set in 1942 Harlem, and we were gangsters, and it was just so good. The director's a Broadway director who came to do it, and a lot of folks weren't really on their job. but I sizzled it. And so he said, let me see the script. He loved it so much. We're going to take it to Broadway. He's going to help me, and Ben Vereen is going to help produce it.
Wow.
It's going to be some cold-blooded shit. So, yeah, I'm still doing that. I'm glad you remembered that.
Absolutely,
I had done
sir.
48 performances in 8 cities so far, but my goal is to do 100 cities and then take it to Broadway. I'm getting my Tony Award. Y'all can say, I thought he was a giggly little comedian. Fuck y'all, I do everything. Do everything. Everything, but
That's
mostly
all right.
I do Sonya.
Use all your-
Okay. No, hey, man, look, she fucked me so good. She make me miss my young dick. You remember the young dick? The young dick used to roar. The young dick.
Which you had it so you can give it back.
Okay, let me stop.
Hey, man. Another special edition of Classic Conversations with Jae Tea Lo. Again, the living legend and still legendary. And he, as you can see, he's still going and going and going. Mr. Michael Collier, we appreciate you again.
Blessings,
All right.
everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
That's
Thank you,
going to do
sir.
it for us. We'll see you on Tuesday night, but
Yeah.
make sure that you go on and share this stuff and make sure that everybody hear Michael Collier's
And
story.
tell your
all right?
mama I said hi.
Tomorrow night, Nova's Kitchen and Cocktails out in Stockbridge. You can see it on the screen. If you want to come through. You can meet Mike, meet and greet. That's what it's called. He's going to have Bobby who?
Lil Bobby White.
Lil
Now,
Bobby
I'll
White.
give you full disclosure. It's only $15 at Amazon. You know, and if you give them $3 more, they bring it to your house tonight. I don't know where the fuck they parking at. Because no. Last Wednesday, I ordered something from Amazon. They brought it to my house in 34 minutes. Where the fuck
Where were y'all at?
But I charge $20, and I'm just telling you, I charge $20 because I got to drag this sucker in a suitcase all around the country. And when you come to me, you're getting the author's autograph. So it's $20.
Come on,
There you
get
go.
this autograph.
There
We
you
take
go.
green stamp, food stamp, Canadian money. We'll take your bus transfer if it's got some time left on it. Come see a player.
Classic Conversations with Jae Tea Lo.
And just-
And listen, man, we out. You did?
Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to